Meet Brad Allan from the Allan Agency. Today, he's here with his incredible team to share their secrets to entrepreneurial success and making serious money. Over the years, Brad, along with his dedicated team members, has developed a powerful and consistent approach that has driven their impressive results. Let's jump right in as Brad and his team reveal the strategies and insights that have propelled them to the top.
Checked in with Brad a couple times, just kind of going over his process, but now he's got team established and you've gotten yourselves a good rhythm and pattern. And I thought it'd be a good time to kind of revisit how things are going for you guys, what your success is looking like, just that kind of stuff. For those that don't know you guys, if you wanted to introduce yourselves and just kind of give us a rundown of how your dynamic works and who you guys are.
My name's Brad Allan with the Allan Agency, and I've got with me today Lisa Tolova and Lindsay Miller. So there's four of us in the agency full-time, and we definitely have a process and we have tools and all that stuff. We've been with Vroom for a couple of years. I think it was August of 2022 that we started. So if you listen or remember nothing else that we talk about today, that's probably the secret sauce is consistency. We're not turning things on and off. There's not like we win every time, but we win way more than we lose. And the only way we do that is by being consistent with our lead flow. So we went in with the minimum package, and I did the math, and it's like, if we sell one $50,000 annuity, we break even and we're a little profitable. And if you can't sell one $50,000 annuity out of 30 opportunities, you should probably find something else to do. So I liked our odds. And so we went from the minimum package to, I don't think there even is a package for what we do. So let me introduce Alitza. So Alitza is like a mini me. If I can't be somewhere, that's Alitza will be there. She does everything that I do. She knows a little bit about the rollovers, the back office with Patty. She can set the table like Lindsay does. She's just an amazing person. So happy to have her on the team. And we're all growing and developing in our roles. We've only been around 6 years, and Lindsay's been with us almost the entire time. And that's a tough job because like 90% of the people that Lindsay talks to either want to think about it or lose my number. When you talk about a numbers game, Alitza is very talented and multi-purpose. Lindsay is pretty singular in her focus. She's the point of the spear. So she takes the CRM, she's doing the outbound calls. I'm looking back since I met Lindsay, we've issued about 5 million in issue paid business because she is so good at setting the table. And so if I can't get in front of somebody, we're going to go under. So, I mean, it really does come down to how good Lindsay is at what she does. And if she needs help, Elisa steps in, I can step in. We've got a very well thought out process, but at the end of the day, the secret is turning on the lead flow and cranking it up as high as you can possibly afford and never turning it off. Because when you start and stop, you get some momentum and then it's broken. That's where you struggle.
What would you say, like on that topic, for the agents that understand that mindset, but they're also looking at their ROI and they're looking at their bank accounts and they're going, whew, this feels heavy, and they're struggling to close. What could you say to agents in those shoes? Like they're getting contact, they're getting in front of people, but getting, deals locked in. What would be your guidance to an agent sitting in that situation?
It's all mindset, you guys. If you think you can, you've got a chance. If you think you can't, either way, you're probably right. So it's like 90+% mental. And then obviously you have to work the leads and, you have to go to work. You can't be mentally strong and then sit there and watch TV all day. It's a mental numbers game. And I put mental first because it is mainly mental. So when somebody's like, well, how many leads should I buy? Should I engage with Vroom? How has it been for you? And I've talked to maybe 20 people. You guys keep kicking people to me for referrals and stuff like that, which I love doing. And I tell everybody the same thing. You turn it on and you turn it off. It's a mental numbers game. You have to be mentally strong. It's like junk, gold. And you have to sort through all the noise. We only have like a 10 to 20% close rate. But guess what? That's enough. I mean, we're super profitable with these leads. And again, it's because we don't quit.
I've got a lot of agents who come to us and they go, do you guys have a script? Or I'm not ready to launch yet because I want to get this script. Tell me if I'm wrong. I think it's better to, like what you're saying, Lindsay, like you map out possible objections and responses and you practice those responses. You practice how you can be, quick-witted, knowledgeable, like you're not sitting there going, well, let me look. Like the practice is in that. But it's not necessarily hi, my name's Lindsay.
Not
Thanks
at
for
all.
calling. It's like we don't want to do that. We want to be ourselves in this. And again, human nature. You want to find ways to relate to them, but scripted responses prepared for possible scenarios is better.
Well, so when I say script, right, I don't mean like, hi, my name is like, I wouldn't read it like
Yeah.
that. It's more so just
No.
a guideline, and it's so second nature now, right? But like you said, diving in and practicing it, that's where it just comes natural. It's just having a conversation. So again, keeping it in perspective of what this is all about. You have somebody who clicked on an ad for whatever reason, right? But we know that reason isn't because they were bored, right?
Yeah.
So like understanding there's something there, this isn't serious. It's like calling a friend, or someone you haven't talked to in a long time. We're just talking.
And so what would you say are like your stats? Like how assertive are you when you sit down to make dials for the day? Like what does that look like for you?
So I kind of treat it like if they answer the phone, that's the one shot I have with them, because that's what my experience has shown me. The people who are like, oh, I can't talk right now, or call me next week on Monday, like you're most likely never going to hear from them again. You know what I mean? So you just got to switch it up a little bit. It's so weird. Some days I'll get answer. And then some days I get ring, 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 ring. So I just, mix it up a little bit. I have on my cell phone, I have 6 different lines that I can try from. I also have a separate track phone. So sometimes if it's a ring, ring, ring day, I have both phones going. If you're a really good multitasker, go for that, but it can get tricky, so.
I don't know if you know this or not. Some agents have used it, not many, but the Go High Level does have a power dialer in there.
Mm-hmm.
That's just a tool. Like if you're up for the chase of doing that, and there's pause options, and it's not like, but there is one in there that would be a helpful resource for you. What was it about Lindsay that you felt was going to match your dynamic? And I asked this from the perspective of other agents looking to bring on a dialer. Like I see why Lindsay's great for you, but maybe we can explain so other people can kind of catch important key notes that you're like, this is the person I want in front of my leads booking appointments for me.
If you're on my team, you're most likely a woman with a very focused, driven attitude. It's like, welcome to the team. Here's your pitchfork. Make sure I never stop moving. Lindsay's really strong mentally. I mean, I did her job for a long time. I understand how hard that job is you have to sit there and focus, and it's mentally draining, and people are tire kickers and sometimes disrespectful. And she was referred to me from one of my close friends. That's her childhood best friend. And so she came as a trusted reference, and we wouldn't be where we are today without Lindsay. I don't know where we're going necessarily, but I want big, strong horses pulling the wagon, and we're all big, strong in all our different capacities. Patty's a beast. Back end rolling money. Alitza says yes to everything. It's like, what are we doing? She already said yes.
She's like, I don't care. Just tell me where the next step is.
Right? She's just fearless. I could drop her in a fire and walk away and know that it's going to be handled. Lindsay sets the table for everybody. We've got a really strong team, but it didn't just happen. And the reason that I have the people in the team that I have is all attitude. Everybody is super optimistic. People are coming to us for help. It's not about money. It's about helping as many people as we can and putting them before us. The money will work itself out if you're consistent. Crank up the volume, that volume as in lead flow. Crank up the volume, break that knob and throw it in the ocean. You're not even going to look for it again, because you can rest later. If you're constantly resting, you're not going to get where you're going. So surround yourself with people that are going to help you succeed and achieve those goals. And it's all attitude. And Lindsay has a fantastic attitude with the job she has. I've watched Lindsay navigate through some pretty difficult times where it was all mortgage protection. Then it was, okay, you're going to start doing Medicare. Oh, now you're going to start doing annuities. Oh, now we're going to focus just on IULs. No. We're going to start doing educational seminars. Now we can start doing dinners and estate planning. And Lindsay's like, okay. And it's not like, here's your script. She just knows that it's a numbers game and you have to stay mentally strong. And she says yes. And that's pretty amazing.
Lisa, you're kind of like a worker of all the trades within, your organization with Brad here. You and I have worked together a lot recently, just different campaigns that we've set up and budgeting and so you kind of help track the metrics and what we're spending on what and all of that stuff, which is really great. What would you say that, like, since you started working with Brad, like this overall dynamic is a part of his success? Because you see all facets of everything that he's doing. Like, what would you say that working with these room leads is integral? Obviously, Lindsay's a big part of that, but whether it's Brad closing deals or support that you offer, what kind of things do you think you could share that would be helpful for that?
I think the biggest thing overall is just that tenacious attitude of being consistent and showing up no matter what and not letting it go. So we're on all the time, really. Like if there's a text message that comes through on Sunday, like I'll still do my best to answer it. Sometimes we'll answer it the next day, but the consistency of constantly having leads coming in, we're, trying to do different campaigns. We've tried quite a bit of new things between the IULs and then the Roth leads as well. We show up every day and there's lead flow coming in every single day. So that way we know that we show up and we give it our best, and we have these processes and these systems that we're putting in place that, they work. You just have to show up and you have to do it.
Lisa, I know that you've been doing, you've been helping Brad set up like different areas of marketing. How do you keep Brad moving? Like what's important for an agent, do you think that, keeping them moving and organized that would be helpful for other agents to maybe implement into their processes?
As far as marketing goes, we're doing seminars alongside Woodroom right now too. And we're rebranding as well. And we're on the process of moving that over. So just different avenues and making sure that the calendar is staying full. I mean, we went from requirements of 30 appointments a week to now we're, less appointments a week. So it's a little bit changing and being okay with that as well. And then knowing that we are putting in the work, we're doing everything that we need to be doing. And then there's going to be some bad appointments and then there's going to be some really good appointments. It's going to pay off, just like Lindsay and Brad were saying earlier.